Alright, how's it going everyone? This is the week 14 update of building our Ryan home St. Lawrence, and we are definitely in the home stretch here of our new build in terms of the exterior and interior progress that's taken place, and I think you're going to see that as we get throughout the video here. Now in terms of the work that took place over the course of the week, I'm going to say you're not going to notice much as we look across the rear and the sides of the home. However, there are a couple of key notable additions that are worth pointing out. The first of those being that we now have a sidewalk, or well, sidewalks technically. So as you can see, the concrete has been very freshly poured at the time we went out to the house site. This video was filmed on Friday, February 28th. And so we have the full public section of sidewalk poured along the outside of our home, as well as the concrete driveway apron. And though our asphalt driveway has not been poured yet, as you can see, we do have the small L-shaped section of sidewalk that leads from what will be the driveway to eventually our full front porch. So other than the model, at this point, we are the first home to receive a sidewalk here, and of course, they will continue adding these as they work on the completion of other homes throughout the community. So the other piece of progress along the outside worth pointing out is the fact that our roof and some of the blow-off areas that occurred in the last week, in fact, if you saw our week 13 update video, which if you didn't yet, I will leave a link to above and in the description below that you can check out, you'll know that we had some pretty strong winds that did affect a few areas of the roof, and they did and have patched those up now at this point. Now, if you do notice a slight discrepancy in the shingles they used to patch, which I did, and I did mention this to our PM, these are the same charcoal shingles that they're using throughout the entire community. They're pretty much using a consistent one on all of the homes here. However, it is worth noting that our roof got done around 2 months ago. So if you watched our week 5 and 6 update video, which again, if you haven't checked that out, I'll leave a link to above and in the description below that you can check out. The contractors completed our roof right after the framing process wrapped up, and so our shingles have been exposed to sun and just the overall dirt and debris from the construction site for a good couple months now. So our PM noted to us that these should blend over time. It might take a number of weeks or a couple of months for that to be the case, but of course we'll keep an eye on that as the build progresses here. And the other thing worth noting along the exterior, and you will see a little bit more of this in the interior, is yes, we do have screens installed. So at least the vast majority of the windows and the sliding rear glass door have had their screens added. I believe there still might be a couple missing or that were damaged here and there, so these will get replaced a bit later, but that is yet another part of the build that has progressed. Now, as we take a look at the community progress overall, and you can see the basement foundation being poured for our neighbors, St. Lawrence here, right alongside of us. We now have a lot of progress taking shape on our particular street, so I can count 8 different homes here now at various points of construction. And of course, that side street now has a large number of homes underway here as well. So you can do your own math here, but I count now 21 homes under construction out of 58 total. And that means now over a third of the homes in this community are now at some point in the building process. And it's pretty exciting to see. And I think overall means in really just a matter of months, this is actually going to really shape up to be looking like a community rather than more of a construction site. But of course, much of the progress you're going to see at this point is going to be along the interior of the home. So we'll take a walk through our front door, and yes, the now fully installed front door handle made by Kwikset here in the black hardware finish to match the black hardware in the rest of the home, and we'll see what's taken place along the inside. So interior progress wise, we can now say the hardwood floors have been fully installed. This work, of course, was taking place last week at the week 13 mark, and they were roughly around, I would say, 70 to 80% complete here, but now at this point, the floors are finished and they have been covered up to prevent getting damaged from any further usage or walking through the home as different contractors work on various parts of the build. We also did notice at least the first of maybe some further series of staining has taken place along the banister and rails for our main staircase from the first to the second floor. But as you're going to see here, one of the biggest things that's taken place along with some of the finished or more finalized cabinet and trim work, as you can see here with that island with all the trim details and the formerly damaged piece now being patched up, is the fact that we have at least most of the final plumbing work now having taken place in the house. So this includes our kitchen sink and kitchen faucet. This is a Kohler Crew model that was available as a slight upgrade. And that is along with a Sterling single bowl stainless steel sink. We also now have our garbage disposal that's been installed, the ice maker and water line for the refrigerator, so on and so forth. At this point, you're going to see we do have running water, at least kind of. Definitely not completely there on the hot and cold front and not the full stream we were expecting, so I think some additional work is still occurring here. But water is running, and that's a good sign. And of course, what this is also going to mean is that a lot of the bathrooms and the work there is going to be much more finished in terms of compared to how it previously was. So in our downstairs powder room, we now have a pedestal sink with its own matching set of black hardware. We have a toilet installed as well. And this will be a similar theme that you'll see carried to the upstairs, but of course, before we do that, that, quick pit stop in the garage, and you will see that they are now using this as temporary storage for staircases for some of the other builds on the job site. And yes, in the garage, we now do have our garage door lifts and the openers installed. These are LiftMaster models that are apparently Wi-Fi controllable, which is cool to see. These were not working, at least yet when we tried them, but they are there. And one of the other things that I will point out progress-wise, and you're going to see this not just in the family room, but of course as we make our way up to the owner's bedroom, is the fact that a lot of the drywall patching and work that needed to take place has now, at least mostly, I would say, began or perhaps has been finished in terms of some of those areas. But of course, some of these final plumbing differences are going to be most evident in other areas like the owner's bathroom. So as you can see, we have the seamless glass shower door along with the shower head and faucet now installed there. We also have the main faucets for the 2 bathroom vanities, along with the toilet installed here. Again, worth noting, our community did come with Kohler fixtures. I know Delta seems to be a common one in a lot of Rhine models. I'm not sure why they went with Kohler in our case, but it is nice to see you could do a color match for these bathroom fixtures along with the overall hardware color and package that you choose with the home. And again, those plumbing finishing details do mean that the laundry room looks a little more complete here. We have our hookups now for the washer and dryer looking a lot more ready to go than they did before. And all that additional plumbing work, of course, you're going to see in the hall bathroom as well, from the tub, the shower, the sinks, and the toilet that has now been installed in here. So one other nice thing we did notice is the fact that the closet shelving systems are also now a lot further along than they were in the past, which includes our owner's bedroom closet and all the various shelves there, as you can see, but will include many of the other bedrooms as well. Now again, along the line with further details, we're finally seeing doorstops being added at various points in the home. Now, fun fact, we did also notice some more door hardware and handles being installed, so this closet was missing them for quite some time, but they have now been added. Now, as we enter the basement here, as you're going to see, not a ton of difference from at least the previous couple weeks, but save for carpet being added, looks to be mostly finished. But of course, the basement bathroom is going to be complete at this point with the toilet, faucet, and all of the different shower hardware that's been added there. Now, I will say if there is one area in the basement that has progressed a little, it is in the back here along where the utilities are. So we now have both sump pump crocks that have been installed, and don't know if they're running yet, but at least look to be in a much better state than they were previously. Of course, the big addition with the recent running of the gas line and now being able to have this installed and working is the addition of our tankless water heater. So this is a Norwich unit. As you can see here, it looks to be on and at least running in some capacity. As you can see here, the other addition comes in the way of the ejector pit, which now has a little bit more plumbing and an alarm system now installed onto that to ensure that that remains operable and notifies us if it's not for any reason. This is crucial to ensuring the basement bathroom continues to function, as we would hope and expect. And so that's where we are with week 14 construction. A little more progress along the exterior, of course, and some things maybe in and around the home, but a lot of interior progress as well, and this continues to take shape pretty impressively and has remained very well on schedule, so I have to say I've been pleased to see that. Now, hopefully this video has been of some help to you. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe if it has. Be sure to check out the many other videos along this Rhine Home St. Lawrence build series on the channel, and yes, there will still be more on the way. For now, that's all I have to say, so thanks for watching.